Why can't you offend Aquarius? Aquarius is one of the most unusual and mysterious zodiac signs. People born under this sign are known for their independence, desire for freedom, humanity, and an unconventional approach to life. These personalities do not succumb to patterns and are always looking for new ways, ideas, and ways of self-expression. However, behind all this external originality lies a deep inner need for respect, acceptance, and sincerity. When someone offends Aquarius, the consequences may not be what many expect. To understand why Aquarians should not be offended, it is necessary to analyze several key aspects of their character and perception of the world. Aquarians value freedom and independence. Freedom is not just a word for Aquarians. This is their main principle of life. They do not tolerate restrictions, whether in personal relationships, at work, or in social interactions. For them, the opportunity to be themselves and follow their ideas and beliefs is important, without looking back at the opinions of others. If you try to offend Aquarius by restricting his freedom or trying to impose your point of view, this will lead to inevitable resentment. It is important to understand that Aquarius values freedom of thought and expression, not only for themselves, but also for others. He can easily perceive any violation of these boundaries as a personal insult. Aquarians don't just distance themselves from people. They do it because they feel that their space and independence have been violated. And if you try to offend them by imposing your restrictions on them, their reaction can be quick and decisive. They will simply leave, not forgiving those who do not respect their desire for freedom. Aquarians do not tolerate hypocrisy and falsehood. For Aquarius, sincerity is not just a character trait, but the foundation of any relationship. They cannot accept hypocrisy and falsehood, no matter how much they love that person or how important that connection is to them. If you offend Aquarius by trying to deceive or manipulate him, you will reveal his deepest feelings. Aquarians usually do not immediately show their reaction to lies or manipulation, but as soon as they realize that they have been deceived, they can become extremely cautious and even harsh in their actions. Resentment for Aquarius often arises when he realizes that a person is not sincere in his intentions. They are used to trust, but if this trust is violated, they can be very disappointed and will never forgive those who tried to deceive them. Aquarians value honesty and openness, and it is difficult for them to get over if they feel that they have been offended by dishonest actions. Aquarians do not forgive those who do not respect their ideas. Aquarians are creators and thinkers. They are always looking for new ideas, concepts, and ways to solve problems. Their brains are constantly busy searching for innovative approaches and methods to change the world for the better. If you try to offend Aquarius by laughing or criticizing his ideas, it will be perceived as a direct attack on his personal values and aspirations. No matter how unusual or extraordinary his ideas may be, Aquarius always hopes for the understanding and support of those around him. When someone refuses to accept or at least respect their views, it can be very offensive. Aquarians do not forgive those who treat their multitude of ideas with disdain or condemnation. For them, it's like an attack on their inner world and their unique perception of reality. After Aquarius feels that his ideas have been humiliated or rejected, he can end the relationship with this person without trying to establish contact again. Aquarians are humanists and idealists. Another important feature of Aquarius is his humanism and desire to improve the world. These people care a lot about others and often take on big projects that can change society or people's lives for the better. They are idealists who believe in the possibility of change, and despite their apparent coldness, they have great compassion and empathy Resentment for Aquarius can arise when someone does not share his humanistic views or tries to hinder his efforts to help others. They cannot understand people who are indifferent to the suffering of others or do not want to work for the benefit of society. If you offend Aquarius by questioning their ideals or criticizing their work in the social sphere, it will hurt them. For them, helping others is not just a hobby or a duty, but an essential part of their lives and personalities. Aquarians can be introverted and distant. Despite their friendliness and willingness to communicate, Aquarians tend to be somewhat distant. They can easily shut themselves in, especially if they have been offended. These people don't like to reveal their feelings and experiences to everyone. And if you are among those who have offended them, you may find that Aquarius will simply disappear from your life without explaining why. For Aquarians, it is important that the people they communicate with do not violate their personal boundaries. If this happens, they just start to distance themselves, not trying to establish a relationship. Unlike other zodiac signs, Aquarians will not actively seek revenge. They prefer to just leave it as it is and move on. It may seem dispassionate and even cold, but for Aquarians, it is a way to maintain their emotional balance. Aquarians do not tolerate manipulation. Manipulations and attempts to play on Aquarius's feelings are a serious violation of his personal boundaries. They are very sensitive when someone tries to take advantage of them or manipulate them. For these people, it is important that the relationship is based on mutual respect and honesty. If Aquarius feels that they are trying to manipulate or use their kindness and desire for help, he may react sharply. Aquarians tend to try to avoid people who are not sincere. Their inner instinct helps them to recognize manipulators from the very beginning, and if they feel that they have been wronged through manipulation, they will not tolerate it for long. They will simply stop communicating without giving you a second chance. For Aquarians, sincerity is important, and if it is violated, they will not try to restore the relationship. Aquarians value respect, not flattering words. Aquarians are not the kind of people who need confirmation of their importance and success from others. However, they value sincere respect and recognition. If someone tries to offend them with a word or action, it can be perceived as a lack of respect, and this causes them deep disappointment. They do not forgive those who treat them with disdain. In addition, Aquarians always strive for justice and equality, and when someone behaves unfairly or neglects their dignity, they feel insulted. It is important for them to be appreciated for their originality, out-of-the-box thinking, and humanism. And if this doesn't happen, Aquarius may start looking for connections with people who share his views and respect his personality. How not to offend Aquarius? To avoid offending Aquarius, you need to adhere to a few simple but very important principles. Respect his personal space. Aquarians value their independence, and it is important not to violate their boundaries. Be honest and sincere. Lying or manipulation is one of the most serious insults for Aquarius. Don't criticize their ideas or beliefs. Even if you disagree, it's important to respect their views. Don't try to change them. Aquarians value their uniqueness and strive to remain themselves. Appreciate their desire to change the world for the better. Support their ideals and humanity. Aquarians are unique individuals who value freedom, sincerity, and respect. They can be incredibly kind and idealistic, but they can be offended very easily, especially if their independence, ideas, or desire for justice are affected. Aquarians do not like hypocrisy, manipulation, and falsehood. And if they feel that they have been offended, they will not waste time on rebuilding a relationship. Instead, They will simply stop communicating with someone who has violated their personal boundaries. To avoid offending Aquarius, you need to treat him with respect, appreciate his ideas and independence, and always remain honest and sincere.